for conferring Bharat Ratna to national heroes Veer Savarkar, Swami Sahajanand Saraswati and Field Marshal Manek Shah. देश की उन तीन महान विभूतियों को जिनकी ओर ध्यान आकृष्ट करना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने अपने अपने क्षेत्र में राष्ट्र को एक नई दिशा दी, आत्मबल दिया और गौरव दिलाया। स्वतंत्र वीर विनायक दामोदर सावरकर वह नाम है जो हमें क्रांति, विचार और संघर्ष की पराकाष्ठा का स्मरण कराता है। उन्होंने दो आजीवन कारावास की यातनाएं झेली, लेकिन कभी अपने राष्ट्र प्रेम से विचलित नहीं हुए। वे केवल क्रांतिकारी ही नहीं बल्कि एक विचारक, लेखक और भविष्य द्रष्टा भी थे, जिनकी प्रेरणा से भगत सिंह जैसे क्रांतिकारी भी प्रभावित हुए। स्वामी सहजानंद सरस्वती एक सन्यासी जिन्होंने हिमालय की गुफाओं में ईश्वर को नहीं बल्कि गांव के खेतों में, किसानों के आंसुओं में और शोषितों की पीड़ा में देखा। उन्होंने किसानों को संगठित किया, जमींदारी उन्मूलन के आंदोलन को दिशा दी और जय किसान के नारे से आगे एक मिशन बनाया। फील्ड मार्शल मानेक शाह, जिनके नेतृत्व में 1971 का युद्ध हुआ, जिसमें भारत ने न केवल एक निर्णायक सैन्य विजय पाई बल्कि एक राष्ट्र बांग्लादेश के निर्माण में भी अहम भूमिका निभाई। उनके नेतृत्व और दूरदर्शिता और रणनीतिक कौशल ने भारत को सैन्य इतिहास के स्वर्णाक्षरों में दर्ज कर दिया। आज आवश्यकता है कि भारत की इन तीनों महान सपूतों के प्रति अपनी कृतज्ञता प्रकट करे। मैं भारत सरकार से आग्रह करता हूं कि इन राष्ट्र नायकों वीर सावरकर, स्वामी सहजानंद सरस्वती और फील्ड मार्शल मानेक शाह को भारत रत्न से अलंकृत किया जाए। यह केवल उन्हें सम्मान ही नहीं होगा बल्कि भारत के किसान, जवान और बलिदानी विचारधारा का भी सम्मान होगा।
थैंक यू। डॉक्टर फौजिया खान जी, नॉट प्रेजेंट। Dr. K. Lakshman ji.
Thank you, sir. The subject is demand for strengthening the mechanism of cyber security in the country. I rise to draw the attention of this House to alarming rise in cyber frauds and digital finances crimes across the country. As we move towards the robust digital India, our citizens are increasingly adopting online banking, UPI, and other digital payment modes. While this transformation has empowered millions, it has also opened new avenues for sophisticated fraudsters to target innocent people, especially senior citizens and those in rural and semi-urban areas. I would like to commend the Government of India and the Reserve Bank of India for issuing timely advisories to the bank and payment operators, and also the CERT for continuously strengthening our cyber security framework. The recent steps taken to create awareness through campaigns like Cyber Jagruta Abhiyan are indeed commendable. However, considering the evolving nature of cyber threats, there is a pressing need to further tighten enforcement mechanisms, enhance rapid response systems, and promote widespread digital literacy at the grassroots level. We must also encourage state governments to set up specialized cybercrime cells and ensure adequate training for law enforcement personnel. I urge the Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Electronics and IT, and other concerned agencies to intensify their efforts so that our citizens can continue to trust and benefit from our digital revolution without fear of vulnerability. Thank you.
Thank you. Shri A. Rahim ji, not present. Dr. Medha Vishram Kulkarni ji.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my subject is need for cancer prevention and treatment measures in rural areas of Maharashtra. Sir, I rise to draw the attention of government to an alarming public health concern emerging from Hingoli district in Maharashtra. During recent Sanjeevani health screening campaign, over 14,500 women were found with symptoms suggestive of cancer out of approximately 2,93,000 women screened. This situation underscores the critical need for early detection, timely diagnosis, and accessible treatment, especially in rural and underserved regions. While such mass screening campaigns are laudable, they must be strengthened with robust follow-up mechanism and medical infrastructure. I urge the government to consider the following immediate measures. Establish and upgrade diagnostic facilities at local health centers for mammography, cervical screening, and biopsy services. Deploy mobile oncology units in remote areas to ensure on-ground diagnosis and early-stage intervention. Launch targeted awareness drives to educate women about early warning signs and remove the stigma associated with cancer. Leverage schemes such as Ayushman Bharat, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Jan Arogya Yojana to cover diagnostic tests and treatment comprehensively. Maharashtra reported the second highest number of cancer cases in India in 2023, with around 1.21 lakh new cases. This number reflects a growing cancer burden in the state, particularly among the women in rural areas. This is a silent crisis that requires a multi-sectoral, urgent and sustained response. I request the government to ensure that early detection leads to timely care and positive outcomes for every woman affected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Shri A.D. Singh ji. Microphone, please.
Concern over poor health infrastructure for elderly population, particularly in rural areas in the country. A recent study published in the Lancet Regional Health Southeast Asia highlights significant healthcare access challenges for India's elderly population, revealing that older adults travel an average of 14.5 kilometers for routine outpatient care and nearly 44 kilometers for inpatient hospitalization. Using data from Longitudinal Aging Study of India 2017-18 covering over 32,000 individuals aged 60 and above, the findings emphasize a stark urban-rural divide and pinpoint distances as a critical barrier to both routine and emergency care for India's rapidly aging demographic. Across India, older adult journeys 14.5 kilometers for outpatient visits and 43.6 kilometers for hospital admissions on average. When facilities lie within 10 kilometers, 73% of seniors attend outpatient appointments and 40% proceed with inpatient care. Beyond 30 kilometers, outpatient attendance falls to 10%. Approximately 95% of older patients rely on private vehicles, while only 5% use ambulances, regardless of their places of residence. Urban seniors typically find healthcare within 10 kilometers, whereas rural elders travel about 28 kilometers for the same outpatient services. For inpatient care, rural journeys average nearly twice the distance of urban trips, exacerbating delays and risks associated with chronic conditions. In hilly and remote states such as Nagaland, Mizoram, and Himachal Pradesh, more than one-third of older adults travel about 60 kilometers for hospitalization. These insights call for targeted intervention to bridge geographical